Rated M for mature.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for tuning in to Super Barley Brothers Podcast, where four middle-aged fathers discuss craft beer, video games, and more.
My name is Ian. I am at Gene75002 at Twitter.
Hi, this is Jerry. Twitter, JD_Chef.
John. You can reach me on Twitter, Phoenix42.
Hi, I'm Scott, and you can reach me on Twitter, Flip42FL1P42.
This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. We have no affiliation with any companies, individuals, or properties, any trademarks or copyrights that may be utilized, so on to the entity that it is associated with.
Hey guys, this is Scott coming to you for a special podcast episode of the Super Barley Brothers. We have together with us tonight the standard group of Ian, Jerry, John, and myself. And there was a little bit of activity that happened within the past 24 hours that we wanted to discuss, where Ian made a little bit of a statement on the Xbox One. I thought this would be a good time to discuss not only my first thoughts on the PS4, but then also go into what Ian posted on the podcast group, and then a little bit of a discussion / wager. And the reason why we have Jerry and John on here is just to be our witnesses, even though you, the listener, also will be the witness. So first, I just want to go into a little bit of a few thoughts as to what I think of the PS4 in the few days that I've been playing it since Friday.
It's shit.
Yeah. No. It's a good console. A couple things that I've noticed right off the bat that are unique that I'm having to get used to, and yeah, it can be taken negatively or it can be taken positively. It just depends on what my final verdict will be once I do my review later on this week. Is the SBB menu is no longer. It's a different type of dashboard where it is pretty similar to the SBB, but it's now in a two-tier system where you have all of your games and everything on one row of icons. And then if you need to go to your friends list, or if you need to go to your game settings and see about modifying any of that, or sending a message or starting a party chat, you have to actually hit up on the D-pad, and it'll actually take it to a previous tier, kind of like SBB menu, which is, it's different. Not really feeling.
So like submenus?
Kinda. It's unique, and I'm probably gonna see if I can figure out how to if I can do a sharing session of the actual dashboard. I know that I can do sharing with gameplay and everything like that, and I can actually take screenshots of my dashboard. I don't know if I can actually record me moving around the dashboard and navigating and stuff like that, but I'm gonna test it out and see, just to give everybody an idea of what it looks like. Like I said, not really something that I'm liking right now, just because I've been used to the SBB menu for, we're going on 5-6 years. No. Yeah, give or take about that, 2008.
No, because if you remember, the PSP had that same XMB.
And I never owned
system.
one. Yeah, I never owned a PSP, unfortunately.
You didn't? Because
No.
I could have sworn you
I got
owned
the
a
PSP Go, and that came out what year?
I-
2009
I actually don't
2010.
know. Okay, whichever. Don't
Yeah.
give a shit.
So, I mean, it's different. Some of the cool features, though, like I just talked about, being able to share screenshots and video play on the fly, being able to stream on the fly is very cool. I'm sure I'm pissing off a shitload of friends lists on Facebook. I've actually had some people tell me that they're going to start blocking me and stuff, which, it is what it is. If you don't like what I post, then, you're more than welcome to block
You don't need
it.
them as friends.
Well, and that's
Hey, I almost befriended
that's
you.
fine.
I figured out back in the PS3 days when you were throwing all that garbage on my feed that you can actually go through and hide that stuff.
Right.
So, I mean, really, if they don't want to take the time to learn how to hide that shit and just want to hide or leave behind you, yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of warned everybody about, but it's whatever. I don't care. I'm going to be doing it because the rendered pictures that I'm getting are priceless, and I want to make sure I capture these moments, both mentally and now digitally.
It's like a newborn babe.
Exactly. You got to give it time. It's just like people posting fucking pictures of their food. Nobody gives a shit, but I won't block it because I could care less.
Amen.
Moving on. One other thing that I do like, or that is different, is the controller. And that's one thing that from all of the reviews that I've read about on, Joystick, Kotaku, IGN, and everybody else, is they don't really talk about the controller. And the controller to me, has made a big improvement over the PS3 DS3, or DualShock 3, if you don't know what that abbreviation stood for.
I thought it was a new Nintendo game system.
That's what I kept seeing whenever I was seeing DS for. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? It's bulkier, and I'm gonna give props to a controller. But yes, I do love the 360 controller as far as the feeling. Now, I don't like the joystick positioning, but as far as how bulk and how I can grip it, I got big hands, so I like to hold the sides, and that's one thing that the PS3 controller did not have was a huge grip that I could get my hands around. So yes, I'm giving props to because that's what I use on my PC gaming. I do, well, number one, because
You love the big grips.
yeah,
And
and
your knobs where they need to be.
and not only that, but
Swing.
they also redefined the joystick where it's not a round tip. I know this is all going to be sounding like that's what she said. The joystick is not a round tip, but it's actually indented, and it actually has a better thumb feel to it, where it actually has like the 360 controller joystick. So again,
You almost said jizz. I almost heard jizz there.
yeah. So again, no.
And now our podcast is rated M.
Oh, really? Not from me saying fuck already 3 times? All right. Fourth.
Now it's rated X.
So yeah, I like that. I also like that they put in a microphone. Not a microphone, a speaker. I'm sorry. So at first I was like, what the fuck are these three little, or all these little holes that are on the front of my controller? I was like, oh, it's just a speaker. I didn't know what the hell they were going to use it for. Some games will probably use it for gimmicks, just like the touchpad that's on the controller as well. Well, I was playing Killzone Shadowfall last night, and I was picking up audio logs. And right when you pick up an audio log, the audio log plays through your controller, and the sound is great. And it actually gives me an added um, sense of being there in the game, even though you're not there, of course. But not only holding the controller, moving my guy, going through the environment, but hearing that audio feed right out of my controller right next to me was just like if I put it in my ear and listened to it. It was really cool.
Oh, no. Let me. I got to interject real
That's
quick
fine.
because back on Friday when you first got the system and you started broadcasting over Twitch, I made sure to check in and see what was going on, what it was all about. I didn't realize that the audio logs were playing through your Wiimote. I thought it was coming through your TV. What I thought was really weird and unbalanced about it, and something that I don't know who needs to fix it. I would assume it's a software problem, so it might be Sony that needs to actually go in and fix this. When you're playing the game, it's at a really good level as far as volume is concerned. Your talk and the video game level of sound it's fairly good. The video game is a little bit lower than your talk, but whenever you picked up those audio logs, oh my God, dude, I had to like turn it down because those things were like just booming out at me.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Now, Sony included these, and this is one thing I'm going to dock them on. Now, they've never included a headset before because they never offered the chat system unless you were chatting with one person that was not even during the game. This is the first time that they've introduced party chat, of course. 360's
I'm
had
sorry.
it. Old technology,
I'm-
yes, you can keep that. That's fine.
No, I'm going to have to stop you there. If I'm not mistaken, there was a time when they sold the Ethernet adapter for the PS2 that it actually came with a headset.
I don't know. I don't know. When I got my PS2 when it on launch, it didn't come with any headset, so
Oh,
it could have been.
agreed, but it also didn't have Ethernet connection either.
Well, true. I had to buy the Final Fantasy 11 with the good times. But they included in Ian. I'll even let you look at this whenever we see each other next time, just so you can get a good chuckle in on this. So I'm looking at it right now. What this is a standard 8mm audio jack, and on the other end is not two, but one earpiece and a microphone on a wire. The earpiece does not come with a felt protector or anything like that, so it rips my ear apart. That's why it kept falling out also while I was streaming. And the
That
microphone,
explains that noise.
yep, and the microphone, again, not very long cable, So the microphone was right next to the controller, and now that I know about the audio log, it's good to know. No mute button,
So this is like a cell phone hands-free kit.
pretty much. It's exactly
Well,
what
so
it
let
is.
me ask you. So are you going to be using that headset?
Now, I haven't streamed since then, and I've actually found it to be a lot better quality. And I'll do streaming again, but I want to do streaming when I have the headset that I'm using now compatible.
Oh, wait. I'm going to have to stop you there because that's another wager that you and I are going in on.
Oh,
You
we
don't
are?
you don't get to wait until you get another headset. We've got to set a fairly soon date from when the Xbox One releases.
Oh shit, are we making a list of different things we're gonna wager tonight? Okay. I thought we were just doing the
Well,
review
this is
scores,
something
but
that we talked about.
all right, hold on, let me
where
get a
you and-
document out real quick.
Yeah, you and I we're going to Twitch for a year,
Oh yeah, that my bad.
and at the end of it, we're going to see who has the most followers, if we're able to even tell that much.
Yep, I got it.
And,
Okay, so
okay.
on that note, then games are good. Fine, it's a good console. I'm not gonna say it was a shit purchase because I've only owned it for 3 days. So that's just beginner's thoughts. So we'll go ahead and go into now what we're talking about, and I'll open it up, gentlemen, while I get this ready. But if you guys want to talk about anything that you've been playing that's noteworthy or anything like that in the past few days, Jerry, if you want to talk about what you just picked up, PC wise, and the deal that's going on. If we get this up pretty early, hopefully the sale will still be going on.
So
All
I'll
right.
go ahead and interject so that there's not a lot of silence here. See, my son was over here this weekend, so I went ahead and spent a lot of time playing Disney Infinity, which that's fun when you're forced to play it. As far as other games that I've been playing myself, really I haven't been able to get back to Dishonored or Diablo 3. Most of what I've been playing in my spare time has been Pokemon and My Singing Monsters on my tablet. That's about it for me, as far as playing right now.
Yeah, I've been too busy. I haven't been playing anything. I've had stuff going on at the house, sick kid, etc., etc. So I haven't played anything at all this weekend since Thursday. Yeah, Thursday.
Well, I've been trying to play some stuff because I have had some time. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Anyway, so Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition went on sale, and I picked that up. It was like $34.99. And I had already borrowed Scott's version from the PS3, liked it, so I picked it up, got the downloadable characters, all the costumes and great stuff like that. So I went from PS3 to PC. I was talking to Scott about this. I was a little upset that because it syncs up your WBID, but you can't say that you've done all these challenges or anything like that you got on the PS3 over to the PC. At least that I can tell now. So if a listener thinks otherwise, please let me know.
Oh, that sucks that all of the stuff that you have done on the PS3 does not carry over to your PC version of the game, man. I feel sorry for you. My dick, it weeps openly for you. It's just, man, damn, that sucks.
I'm gonna kill you.
I know. You know what I found out was really cool?
I'm not done.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I also picked up Lego stuff. I'm playing Batman 2. That's fun so
You
far.
didn't yell at any children, did you?
No, I'm not playing online.
You can't play online. That Lego game only can do local co-op.
Okay. Well, then
Yeah.
I definitely didn't yell at any children.
Oh.
How you liking it?
All
There
right.
goes all the fun.
You're destroying a lot, and that takes a lot of time.
Well, it's just like Man of Steel. You destroy everything, right? Kill innocent people just to take out one guy, right?
Wow, somebody didn't like that
Wow.
movie.
God,
Jeez.
that is some dark shit, dude.
Dude,
You know
watch the end
what?
of it. That's some dark shit when he breaks Zod's neck in front of all those civilians.
You just spoiled it for
Yeah,
Ian.
yeah. I mean, you could have
Whoops.
at
And I
least
haven't
said
even seen it,
spoiler
so
alert.
What the fuck
Skip.
is wrong with you?
Man,
Oh,
if you haven't seen it,
man.
it's your own damn fault.
Oh,
it's not.
I
Fuck you,
just
dude.
got the DVD, bro.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did, but I saw it in the movie theater.
Yeah,
So
like
all
everybody
I'm
should
doing is
have, John.
trying to make you feel bad.
No,
Hey,
it's fine.
I'm
I don't
ready to go
care.
too.
John knows I spoil the shit out of everything. Just wait till I accidentally
Yeah.
spoil the end of Breaking Bad
Jackass.
for you tonight.
Do not
You
talk
better
about
not,
Breaking
or I'm gonna
Bad.
break your
I
fucking
will
neck.
drop this call,
Oh,
drive over
Yeah,
to your
no,
house,
dude,
oh,
that will
and
end
beat
our
you.
friendship. I haven't even seen episode 1 of Breaking Bad, so you start saying anything, and professionally, we are done, sir.
oh, dude, you took a line from
No,
Hollywood
no,
Babylon.
no,
All right.
no.
So, anyways, just what I've been playing real quick, and then we'll get into this whole thing what we're doing tonight, because we're gonna make this a short podcast. PS4 games, Resogun. Uh, don't understand why it took House Marquee this long to make such a fantastic game. It succeeds everything that I've ever wanted in a quick, simple shmup. Love it. Killzone Shadowfall. Um, I'm gonna be trying multiplayer tonight because I'm kind of burned out on the campaign, as I'm sure everybody that was watching it is, because it's not like what I remember from Killzone 2 and 3 and the story that was behind that. It's real all over the place, not really explaining much. I couldn't even spoil it if I could because I don't really understand what's going on. So, pretty graphics, that's about it. And then I've been playing Knack, and I did upload a video that Ian was able to show his son Gabe of my son playing it, and he loves it, and I'm actually digging it too. I know there's a lot of mediocre scores, but I mean, and that's where I disagree with review scores. I can either love them or hate them, and that's why I don't even read them anymore because these guys that review these games, I wish that they would find in this sense when you're reviewing a game that is kid friendly, that's rated E for everyone. Don't just base it off of what other games are out. You have to base it on a kid's, you know, way of thinking, and you have to base off a parent's way of thinking. And the parent that I am, watching my son play this and seeing the smile on his face, that alone, sorry, I just need to mute that. That alone is the price of admission for me. For him to be able to play, and this is a standard arcade platform, and it reminds me a lot of Ratchet and Clank. It reminds me a lot of, um, all those arcade type games where it's like the Sly Cooper and the Crash Bandicoot and the Super Mario 64. That's what I want him to experience is those types of games, but on such a higher scale because that's what he's been given. And the story's good. So far, I'm really intrigued and I'm interested. But that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to say anything else because, again, I've already spoiled something tonight. Don't want to spoil anything else, especially Knack. So,
Yeah, because if you ruin that one, I'm just gonna lose my shit.
exactly, that will be the end.
That's it. That's it. Yet again, you and I, you're dead to me.
All right. So let's get into
Okay,
this.
so let's get down to this. So basically, the reason why we're putting together this little mini podcast is because on our Facebook group, Super Barley Brothers, slash Facebook.com. I don't even know how that shit works anymore, so I said that wrong. Yeah, I did say that wrong. Oh well, to hell with it. I made a speculation as to what the upcoming scores will be for the Xbox One exclusive games. Yes, it's all exclusives. I was a little brazen because I had seen the scores that were coming out of the PlayStation 4 games, and my monitor just went blank. Hang on. Okay, there we go. So basically,
Plug
a
it
quick
back in.
rundown. Yeah, right. Oh, it's a laptop. I really hope I don't have to plug it back in. Just a quick rundown of the scores that I am speculating will be the scores that are received. These are kind of close to what I think the Metacritic outcome will be. Running down real fast, Dead Rising 3, I believe, is going to get close to a 9.0 or 90, depending on how Metacritic does it. Killer Instinct, I believe, is going to be 9.0. Loco Cycle, I believe, is going to be a 6.0. I have not heard a lot of good things being said about that. Crimson Dragon, I believe, is going to get an 8.0 because I haven't heard anything left or right about it. The only thing that I know is that a guy that did the original Panzer Dragoon and Phantom Dust is working on this game, and I really love Panzer Dragoon, so I'm holding out hope for that game. That actually will be one of my day one purchases. The next one is Power Star Golf, and when I was reading, excuse me, the list of launch titles yesterday, this was the first time I'd ever heard of that one, so I went ahead and just lowballed it and said 6.0. Zoo Tycoon, who are we kidding? That's going to be a 4.0 or somewhere close to that. Forza, we're looking at 9.5 is my speculation, because they won't give a 10 to a launch title game. And Rise, Son of Rome, I believe is going to be somewhere around 9, but as long as it beats Knack, I'm happy.
All
That
right.
seems like a pretty good setup.
Because you're comparing Knack to a mature game, that's fine.
Yeah, it's the closest thing that I could throw out there because I wanted some type of a direct competitor that is an exclusive game. You guys don't have an exclusive racing game that came out. Yours got delayed.
Yeah.
You guys don't have an exclusive zombie game. You guys don't have an exclusive fighting game.
Because everybody
I
needs
don't.
an exclusive zombie game. No, that's fine. No, I just thought that was funny how you said it really only has to beat Knack. Actually, I just watched a trailer for Power Star Golf. It looks like Hot Shots Golf on Xbox, so I'm glad that you guys are using a great PS3/Vita game and PSP game to come out on your next gen console. Looks really
Let me
good.
let me dive in here real quick and just make sure that we're all clear on something. I don't golf. I don't like golf. I don't play golf. I'm not buying this game.
Yeah, but still,
So you could say all you want about this game. It don't
Tiger
matter.
Woods golf is fun, man.
Yeah.
All right,
Do you know
so
Tiger Woods is no longer tied to it?
I do have a question for you. Yeah, I know Tiger Woods. I think they're not even coming out with a game next year, but that's another topic.
No,
we
it'll
can-
be PGA or something.
Yeah. You did leave off some games, though. Do you want me to run down the list of the other games that we could potentially do a review for if you want to shoot out your score and we can both? So here's what I was thinking. Let me propose my thing, and then we can make the decision if we want to include all Xbox One exclusives. So you've got your review scores up, and you've listed them, and respectable. I would be on this podcast, and if you want, I'll even post it up as well. My counter to your reviews as well, what I think that each game will get, whether it be the same or better, because again, I could give a better score for some of these games. You never know. And then we could do like Price is Right. If you go over, you're out. If you are under, you're in.
Okay.
Do you agree
And
with
the
that?
person with the most, well, okay, I'm right there with you. And then
Okay.
what, the person with the most corrects
Sure.
wins?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. What is for one, what are the stakes? And for two, you're telling me I missed exclusive games, or are you telling
You
me I missed
absolutely
like
did.
Assassin's Creed
No,
and stuff like that?
absolutely not. You have Just Dance 2014. You have Fighter Within. You have Zumba Fitness World Party. And you
Let me
Loco
let me-
Psycho. Oh wait, you did do Loco Psycho, didn't
No,
you?
I did Loco Cycle.
Yeah,
Let
you
me
did.
stop you real quick.
Come
All
on,
those
man.
games you mentioned are Connect games.
Again,
Which
some of your games that you have listed are Connect games as well.
Okay.
Rise is a Connect game.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Do your research.
Oh, all right, my fault then.
Yeah, it got a lot of shit at E3 because they had
Bro.
button prompts on the screen. They said,
Oh,
quick
so
time
it's a
event.
quick time event only game.
No,
My
no,
fault.
No.
Okay.
See, son, you need to do your research before your mouth opens and diarrhea falls out of it, making you look like a fool.
I'm gonna watch some
Okay.
I'm gonna watch some right now. Go ahead and keep talking about it then.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Now, I do apologize. I admittedly missed some games. I was actually going off of a list that I found on IGN. So
This is on IGN that I'm looking at right now.
yes. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Are you at the one that states when they're releasing their review?
This is
Like-
the game that's called Xbox One launch titles. It is ign.com/wiki/xbox-1/xbox
Okay.
_1.
Okay. That's not where I was.
Okay.
That's not where I was. But okay, that's fine.
Don't trust the wikis. The wikis are never right.
Actually, they
that's fine.
reviewed them.
If I go back in here and I click on the Xbox One tab, the thing that I'm clicking on is, let's see, where'd it go? There is one that says, I believe it's the banner that says Xbox One preview. No, no, that's not. Ooh, preview. Okay, so I'm a little drunk.
Previews.
Back out of this. Hang on a second.
Oh,
you
you're
watching
good,
now?
dude.
I'm watching
Hey, we're not in
previews.
any rush. We're not doing a standard podcast. This is fine, man.
Gotcha,
We're
gotcha,
already
gotcha.
24 minutes.
We're
into it.
fine.
Okay, so there's that. I'm looking for. God damn it! I found this list. Sorry about that. I found this list where it said when they would be released. Well, here we go. Where are the IGN Xbox One reviews? Question mark. And I'm looking down this
I
list.
think they go
and I
live
don't
Tuesday night or
s-
Wednesday, don't they?
It varies. It varies. A good majority of them are releasing on the 18th. The platforms review is able to be released on the 19th. Forza 5 is released on the 20th. Rise is released on the 21st as far as its review. So I'm a little apprehensive on that one either way. And then Zoo Tycoon, they can't release or they're not going to release a review until the 22nd due to the fact that multiplayer is being unavailable until launch actually happens. So with that being said, that's why I shot Zoo Tycoon A4, because there's something that they're trying to kind of keep on the wraps until it's too late. Now, a couple that I am very disappointed were delayed. Well, a couple. Peggle 2. That's.
Oh,
I would've
wait,
given
that's
that-
getting delayed?
Yeah, till December. I mean, it's not getting
Oh.
delayed like Watch Dogs, which that sucks.
Yeah.
But Peggle 2 would have been one of my first day purchases because, of course, I've got to have something on there for my son to play, and I'm not buying Zoo Tycoon.
Okay. All right. Well, we can get into this. That's fine. We won't include them. That's cool. I'm good with that. All right. So, gentlemen, if you're ready, if you want to take notes, or you're more than welcome to, you can just hear me out. And if we want to stop having discussion on any of these, I'm more than happy to discuss. First up, we have Dead Rising 3. Read a few articles about this prior to this podcast get together that we were going to have. Dead Rising 3 had some pretty significant problems just recently whenever they were showing demos of this game, bugs that were just all over the place. Again, Dead Rising 3 is an over-the-top zombie where you make your own weapons and you just go ballistic, and it's just way over the top, your standard zombie horror movie. I've seen gameplay of it. It looks okay. Of course, it does have the up graphics. It's not more animated than it used to be in Dead Rising 2 and then Dead Rising, of course, the first one, where everybody hated it because of the save system, the infamous, you must make your way to the bathroom to save, and if you don't, you're screwed. I am drinking a very high percentage beer, so I pardon the slurring.
I wasn't gonna call you on that flub, but you want to go ahead and throw yourself under the bus. That's fine.
Thank you. So I will knock this down. I'm gonna go 8 on Dead Rising 3, and I'm gonna type that in right now so I don't forget.
Okay.
And now we'll make our way.
Real quick, before we go any further,
Sure.
I want to make sure that I want to throw out a rule. I
Okay.
know it's shitty for me to throw out a rule after you've already given one.
Sure.
After the point, we're not doing single digits. You cannot do a 9.1. Okay.
I won't
realize
do
you
that,
said Price
yeah.
is Right. If you're gonna do points, it's got to be 5s.
Okay.
So
Can I do
9.5,
halves?
8.
Can I go like what you did on Forza 9.5? Can I go a 0.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is you could go that route, but you can't say 9.1 or
Sure.
9.2. You can't do that.
$1.
You can do 5s. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. That's all
Sure.
I'm trying to get at. Is
I
I don't
gotcha.
want that shit.
I got you. All right. So next up, and this is going to be my longest discussion that I have about this game, Killer Instinct. Now, oh, what to say about this game? Oh, let me stretch. First, the game is not a complete fighting game to me when you only have, I think the roster, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ian, 8 fighters?
Yes.
Okay,
By
so
the
you're
end
talking
of
about
season one, there will.
Go ahead, I'm
Hold
sorry.
on.
Go ahead.
By the end of season 1, there will be 8 fighters.
Okay,
At
so-
launch, there will only be 6.
And this is a retail game that is $30 and $40 if you want to get the original Killer Instinct included, right?
20, or 40.
20 or 40, so they're charging $20 for a Super Nintendo game.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Well,
said-
yeah. I'm sorry.
20 and
Yeah.
20. Okay. Just checking, prices and everything. So 20 for a game where you get 8 fighters. Where this weekend I could get a game called Skullgirls that has double-digit fighters and cel-shaded, and it looks great. And for $10 also. But, all right. So this game is.
Nostalgia.
Hold on. Let me say one more thing, and then we can get into discussion. So I don't know if how much research you've done on this, Ian, about who is making Killer Instinct. This is from the great developer company Double Helix. Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
Do you know what games they've made?
No.
That was
All
like
right.
the best response.
Yeah,
ever.
no,
Hold on,
I think
let's
they
talk
did.
about this. So Double Helix is famous, as you guys, John and Jerry, would like to know. They made such great games as G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, Green Lantern, Rise of the Manhunters, Battleship, MX vs. ATV Reflex,
Hey, that was a good game.
Front Mission Evolved. The point I'm getting at is nine
What, you
of
assholes don't
these.
own these things?
9 of these are fighting
Nine?
games. None of
When did
them
we
are
become
fighting
German?
games. How
None
can
of
they?
them. Yeah.
What?
Okay. No. You're right. Keep going. Keep going.
So I'm gonna take the 9 that you're giving that,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna say, to me, 7.5.
Okay. Do you know how many people that worked on the original Killer Instinct are working with Double Helix on this game? Do you know that Rare is involved with this game?
Then why is their name not included on this?
Oh, damn. Are you missing that? Are you not seeing that?
No,
Why
why?
don't you go
I'm
ahead and
curious.
watch the most recent trailer, and at the end, along the bottom, it will say Microsoft Game Studio, Double Helix, and then there's a green little R with the letters R-A-R-E right next to it.
Again,
This is
then
so
why
bad.
is their name not even on the page that I'm looking at right now as far as developers and
What
publishers and
what page? What page? Is it a wiki?
I love my wiki.
Yeah. No, you're on a wiki, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ian wins.
What have we told you about the wiki? The wiki is.
I
never
tell you
wrong.
what, here we go. I'm going to IGN right now. I'm going to search Killer Instinct, if I can spell. Because I've been drinking. Right now, I'm drinking a Founder's
Oh,
Breakfast
so
Stout.
Ian, hold on a minute. The game actually
yeah.
launches with 6 characters, and 2 are going to be added over the next 4 months. So it takes
I
them
not
4
say
months
that?
to give you 1 other character on, or
Did
2
did
characters.
I not say that? Did I not say it launches with 6 characters?
I guess I missed that.
I'm pretty sure I said it launches with 6
God,
characters.
6 fighters
I have a-
only.
I have a question.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Wait a second. So I went to the IGN page, the IGN Game Space page for this, and it says genre fighting, publisher Microsoft, developers Double Helix, comma, Rare.
Well, I'm really curious as to why Rare's not taking the helm on this then, since it is their game.
I think
all
there's
right.
a little bit of sizzling going on in here.
I do believe I have won that one. That's fine. Put your 7.5 on your little piece of paper. Write it down. Scribble it in. Scribble.
Ian, do you remember how many characters were on the original Killer Instinct?
Not a clue. Do you remember? No, you don't remember because we weren't friends back then. Do you know how much time I spent playing that game?
I wonder how much you guys.
How much time you spent on? How much time you spent on what?
How much time I spent playing Killer Instinct? Do you want to have an estimate of how much time I spent on that game?
How much?
At least 100 hours plus.
Okay. Do you want to take a guess at where I
But
spent
if you
most of my
did, then
time
you
playing?
should know how many characters launched if you played it so
No,
much.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I want to
well,
say 8, maybe
what are you talking-
16 by the time 2 came out.
Did you just say 16?
Yeah, by the time
You
2
are
came out.
correct, sir.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a game that's launching with only 6. When we're in the
Mhm.
next gen
Mhm.
system,
Mhm.
that the original game that came out has
Mhm.
10 more fighters in this.
Okay, so I have a
Doesn't seem
serious
so
question.
next gen to me. It seems like a Marvel vs.
Scott.
Capcom 3 thing.
Scott, let Jerry in.
All right, Jerry, what's your
Okay.
question?
I don't want to start a fight. This is a legitimate question. Why are they releasing a game with only 6 playable characters in comparison to other such games as the Mortal Kombat's, the DC fighting games, the Marvel vs. Capcom, Street Fighter, all of that released with at least twice as many, if not 3 times as
Good
many.
question.
Why is Killer Instinct special in that way?
Very, very good question. Let me go ahead and take the reins on this one before Scott runs it into the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to go to bat for Double Helix and Rare at this one. What I'm going to say is that Microsoft approached them with the IP of Killer Instinct, and everybody was like, fantastic, we really want to do this, but we want to put the right amount of polish on everything. We want to make sure everything is good and proper before we get this out and get everything rolling. So we're going to release the character's information as we get it ready to go. So probably what's going on is Double Helix knows their pedigree, or muddism, as we want to go ahead and throw it out there, since you were so kind as to point out their follies in the past, which every good developer has problems in the past. Let me just throw that out there. They probably are starting out solo because they've got to put so much work into each character to make it fit that nostalgic feel, to make it feel right, to make it go right, to make everything snap together. I'll give Scott the fact that it's not coming with an arcade mode right out the bat or a story mode right out the bat. That's fine. Other than the most recent Mortal Kombat and Injustice Gods Among Us, name out of the bazillion fucking fighting games that are out there, name 4 that had story modes that were good out of all those, okay? Excluding those 2, because I'll admit those were some really good story modes. Those are great. So I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is launch games or launches. I always buy a fighting game because that always shows some really good stuff in the way the system works. Also a racing game, although everybody knows what games I'm getting, and a racing game is not on that list yet. But
Forza on there?
no, I don't do Sims. I'm gonna pick up Need for Speed Rivals at some point. But I believe they're starting out solo because they have to get this one right. If they fuck this up, there's nothing else for them. They go under quicker than 38 big. You know?
Yeah, nothing says a fighting game like going to Double Helix for their reputable games in the past when they could have actually done research, in my opinion, and actually gone. And yes, you're right. They do have some original, I'm sure, developers from the original Killer Instinct. But why Double Helix of all of the different developing companies that you could get? And we can preach about this for so long about this, going back and forth, but I just think, man, 7.5, and I'll just leave it at that. We can move on.
All right, let's move on. I'll give you that. Let's move on because you and I could go back and forth on this one for a good while.
Yeah, Loco Psycho.
For the explanation.
Loco Psycho, what do you say?
Loco Psycho. Hold on a minute. Twisted Pixel, man, and you're giving him a 6? It's Twisted Pixel, man.
Yeah. I'm going to go out and I'm going to go ahead and throw something out that a gentleman on one of the IGN podcasts stated. I'm very uncomfortable with the fact that the guy that's being dragged behind the vehicle is, I want to say they said he was Puerto Rican, and the motorcycle, who is sentient, can't understand him. That kind of, to me, some of the what's supposed to be funny interactions between the two borderline on racism, in my opinion. Also, I've played the demo for Splosion Man. I was part of the beta for Miss Splosion Man's multiplayer. I haven't played Comic Jumper, I believe was their other game. But a lot of their games, they have the funny, but they also get really boring to me really quick. I gave it the 6 because of graphics. If it was on the 360, I would have said probably 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm looking at this right now, and you're right. Oh, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the repetition that's in that, there's not a whole bunch to that.
I'll stick with you on that. I'm gonna go 6 too.
Really? Because then nobody wins that one.
That's fine.
That's either
There's got to be
Some of
a
these-
variation.
Yeah, so we can just either cancel that out or not even include it, because I'm not going to go under or over, because it's a piece of shit, and I don't really know much about it, and yeah, I just looked at some gameplay, and I'm with you on that. Mediocre.
Oh, and also, let me go ahead and throw this out there.
Sure.
Live action cutscenes.
Yeah.
That's not next gen. That's not
Area
next gen at
51.
all.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not. Hey, listen. This weekend, me and my brother have gone back and forth on good Sega CD games. Okay, there weren't many, and we're of separate minds when it comes to those. A lot of those games were full motion video games, so
Yeah.
I believe that time has come and fucking gone. There's no need for that shit anymore, unless you're doing a Command and Conquer game or Seventh Guest reboot or sequel. All right,
So pretty.
moving along. Have you done your research on Crimson Dragon?
Searching now. Sorry.
Lame.
I know, man. I'm sorry.
Well, let me go ahead and give you some
Go ahead.
backstory
Yeah, talk about it.
on Crimson Dragon. So Crimson Dragon was actually, at one point, was marked as being a Kinect game for the 360. But at some point, Microsoft was like, you know what? We've got this new system that's coming out. Let's go ahead and pull this back. There was actually a demo that was available on the 360. Unfortunately, I didn't grab it because it was one of these things where when I knew it was a Kinect-only game, it was like, man, it's got some great people working on it, but I just don't give a shit. So I went ahead and backed off on it then. I didn't get the demo. Wish I had, now that I know what I know. Hindsight's 2020. But so it was intended to be a 360 Connect game that they went ahead and pulled back, and they went ahead and said, we're going to push you onto the Xbox One. They went ahead and stepped up and did the manly thing and said, fine, we'll give you Connect controls, but we're also going to give you controller controls. As far as I'm aware, this is one of the other first-party games that is using the rumble feedback in the triggers as well. It is an on-rail shooter. It is not a flight simulator. It works a lot in the same way as Panzer Dragoon. I don't know if any of you guys have played it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
played the piss out of the one that was on the Xbox Prime. I didn't have a Sega CD, so I never played those. But I did play the one on Xbox Prime. I can't even remember what that one was called right now. Been drinking. But it is one of these things where you're sitting on back of a dragon, and you pivot around and you select your targets and release. It's a lot like Rez. I don't know if you guys played Rez, but it works kind of in that similar fashion. The music doesn't change based on anything like that. In this one, you do have elemental-based dragons. I just saw a video about this earlier, so forgive me if I get this wrong. I believe it was wind, fire, light. Fuck, I can't remember the fourth one, but it has a very rock, paper, scissors type of element to it. And that's supposed to be part of it. Now, one of the things that does scare me a little bit about it is I have not seen a lot of coverage on the game. This is one that I'm going to go ahead and, for lack of a better term, blind buy, although I will see the reviews that come out on Monday, I believe is what IGN is stating they're going to do. The only thing is it is one that I'm going to buy either way. It could hit a 2, it could hit a 4, it could hit a 10. I'm buying it either way because I think this would be a fun game and kind of a good way to show off next gen on the Xbox console. That kind of goes back to also my same thought process on Killer Instinct.
Yeah, so I'm looking at gameplay, and I mean, it might be my HDMI monitor and the 1080p that I'm streaming this at. I mean, the action is there. Don't get me wrong. It is quick and it is Panzer Dragoon, man. That's one thing I would be playing the hell out of this just for that. Fun factor is a huge thing for me. Um, Not really feeling the environment though, but the rocks and the detail are beautiful. Um, what did you give it? What did you say? 8?
I said 8.
Oh man, this is from Painter. Um,
You do an 8.1, I will hop in the car, drive over there, and kick your ass for
no
breaking
man,
it.
I'll go higher than you. I'm gonna go 8.5. I'm thinking I think that, and this is gonna be Metacritic, right? Not
Yeah, we're going
IGN
off of
only.
Metacritic.
Okay,
Not IGN.
good.
We're going off Metacritic.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 8.5.
Okay.
I just typed
Alright.
it out as Dreams and Dragon. I've been drinking.
All right, drunk
Dragon.
podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Drunk Video Game Podcast. We're talking about stuff that rings. I love Pong. I really like Pong.
Power Star Golf. Now, keeping in mind I haven't even seen any gameplay of this, but I saw a little announcement trailer just now. Um, you're giving it a 6. Very commendable of you.
Yeah.
It does look like Hot Shots because there is a lot of sparklies and like power shots and all this other
Hot
stuff.
Shots has a lot of love. I'm surprised Sony didn't come out the gate with it.
Yeah, exactly. Hot Shots is
I enjoyed the Hot Shots.
Hot Shots is pretty fun, man. Especially it's like Mario Golf, and with the power up moves and everything like that, it can get pretty it's more interesting than real golf, if that speaks highly of anything else, but whatever. There's nothing that I can't see about this, so I'm gonna go lower than you. I'm gonna go I'll go half a point lower. I'll go 5.5. And we'll just
Okay.
keep it at that. What was that one again?
Zoo Tycoon.
Power Star Golf.
Oh, Power Star Golf.
Sorry.
Okay. I thought you were... Dude, I'm drunk.
5.5.
all good.
All right.
Just so that the listening audience understands, I am at my house while I consume alcohol beverages and speak about video games. I am not driving in any way, shape, or form. Drink responsibly.
Zoo
This episode is
Tycoon.
brought to you by craft beer.
There you go. Zoo Tycoon. Now, I did see a little gameplay on this, and speaking about Knack earlier, this is a game that you should have really compared it to when you're trying to say beat a game compared to Knack or whatever that only has to really beat Knack. Because these are the 2 kid-friendly games that are in this list. It's
I don't know. Power Star Golf could be kid friendly.
and that too.
Unless,
Sure. Well,
unless one of them starts like
you're
dry
talking
humping the thing.
well, you just talked to 2
stick.
guys here that loved Hot Shots, and that's what that reminded us of. So, but yeah, that could be for kids as well because it's not much thought process behind it. It's just aim and shoot and whatever. Now, Zoo Tycoon is more, I think, for the interactive slash education. And it's going to be,
I agree.
it's a first person. You walk up and you feed the animals, and
That's part of it. That is part of it.
oh wait, what
That's
else?
not
Oh,
all
so
of
you
it.
actually build a zoo and everything, just like in the PC
Yeah,
version.
so it still does the
Yeah.
old school Tycoon controls. But let's say if you have an elephant that's unhappy, because I'm pretty sure you're looking at a picture of an elephant reaching out for an apple in somebody's hand. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and ladies and gentlemen, just understand that we are not in the same room as I say that statement, because that's the only image that's out, as far as I'm aware. So basically what it is you could set shit up, and then the game will tell you, hey, your elephant Sally is unhappy. Well, you can run down there in first person, walk up and hand Sally an apple using the Kinect.
So is the building also Connect?
No, that is done with a controller. You can use it's kind of a dual
Damn.
type of game.
I would have loved. Now, if they would have incorporated Kinect controls on a RT or on a sim building type game where you actually control using your hands and you actually move the buildings around with your hands, that would have been badass.
Yeah, no, that would have been.
I would have, I'd have gotten that for Brendan and myself to enjoy just because I'd be like, all right, you use your hand, you move where you want to put that, lion den or whatever.
I tell you what, sidebar,
Sure.
real quick. You and Brendan missed out on Happy Action Theater.
Dude,
That is awesome.
I know.
You guys
We
missed
got to
out.
come
You know
over.
what? One of these days, I gotta get you and Brendan over here, and I'll boot that fucker up and let the kids just go crazy on
Yeah,
that one.
definitely, man. But I'm gonna go a little bit higher. I won't say it's that because it's a
You're gonna say
tycoon.
4.5, aren't
No,
you? You're gonna say
no,
4.
I'm gonna go 5.5.
You're gonna go 5.5. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go just like Power Star Golf. It's on the same bar with me. I don't think it'll be that terrible. Now is this a retail or is this downloadable only arcade title?
I believe it's downloadable.
All right, well I'll stick with it. I already said 5.5. I'll stick with it.
Yeah.
Forza. Metacritic, you're
It
saying
was-
9.5. Now I gotta do a little research real quick. So hold on just a second. I'll do Rise real quick. You gave it an 8.5.
No.
Wait, what did you give?
Rise, I gave it 9.
Oh, you gave it
Because
oh
I
yeah, my bad.
believe that one is gonna come out of left field and just catch everybody off their fucking guard.
That's your shocker.
That's it. That's gonna be the one that's like, oh, why didn't I pick that one up instead of Call of Duty Ghost?
Okay, so Forza Horizon that just came out recently, Metacritic is an 85.
Wait.
What?
Okay. Let me just
8.5
make
user
sure that
score.
you wait,
Sure.
hang on. Let me just make sure that you're aware of something.
Okay.
And again, before I start talking, let's just reiterate the fact that I have been drinking. If I'm not confused, Forza Horizon is actually a separate group that
I know
does
I'm going
that.
on all of them. I'm going back. So Forza Motorsport 4 was a 91, so not even a 9.5. And you're gonna go 9.5. I'm gonna go 9.
You're gonna go 9.
Yep.
You, okay. Have you looked at Forza? Have you?
Yeah, especially walking around the car, looking at it, going inside of it, driving it. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna
So
go 9. I don't.
no. Okay.
I mean, the highest games, right? If you look at and I'm just going off of what Metacritic. I'm going off these scores right now. And you're talking about Grand Theft Auto 5 got a 97, and you're saying that Forza 5 is going to be 2 points below that. Hey,
Yeah.
all power to you. I'm gonna go 9. And then Rise 9. I can only go
I
in.
can't wait to hear this.
I can only go
I
in.
can't wait to hear
No,
this.
I won't go that crazy. I did just watch some gameplay, and you're right. It's a third person. And let me ask you real quick: when you're moving your character, is it joystick based, or is it they automatically move you and then you go into the quick time event?
Okay.
Because that's what I watched.
Which video did you watch?
It was the gameplay from E3 this year.
Okay. You need to watch a more recent video.
Is it like an actual third person where you can roam around and walk around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And in fact, the reason why there's button prompts on there is because they thought that it would view too cinematic to the audience in the crowd at E3, so they added the button prompts. Or at least that's what I've heard in a interview with what the hell was the name of that one guy? I want to say his name was Phil Spencer. I might be wrong. But he basically said they added that stuff in to let the audience know that buttons were needing to be pressed during particular situations. I think in the actual gameplay, it is not shown, or if it is not as abrupt or as in the same magnitude.
And it is. I mean, Crytek's great. Glad you.
Crytek is awesome,
Crytek's
as long
great.
as you're not getting hit by a truck.
Good one. Um, just for shits and giggles, I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna go 8.5. Well, actually, you know what? It doesn't matter because you did a 9. I'll be funny as hell. I'm gonna say 7.5 because at least if you go over,
Huh?
that's fine.
I'll give you that.
I'll just be
I'll
funny
give you
and I'll just say 7.5.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
You know, now that I'm starting to think about it, I might be over on all of these, but to hell with it.
But I mean, that's the
That's
thing. So
fine.
we want to talk about like what does a winner get? I don't really give a shit. It could just be bragging rights and just quick, ha ha ha.
No,
what, you want to
I
actually
tell you what.
do?
I tell you
Winner.
what.
Winner,
No,
winner,
no,
chicken
no.
dinner.
No
Chicken
chicken dinner.
dinner.
No dinner.
Chicken dinner.
No dinner.
Chicken
No dinner.
Express.
No.
Ooh, Chicken Express.
Chicken
Ooh,
Express. Now that
yeah.
changes the situation. What I was gonna say, what I was gonna throw out there is that this podcast is about video games and beer, and there's no fucking way that I'm going to buy you a PS4 game, and there's no fucking way that I will let you buy me an Xbox One game because I'm gonna win. The way I view this as boiling down is whoever wins gets a 6 or 4 pack of beer. My voice cracked. I'm sorry.
Beer.
Gets
Your
a
boss
gets
had
a. Well, I'm pinching back a piss. All right, I'm sorry. Gets a 6-pack or 4-pack of beer from the loser. The loser has to come over to the winner's house or make some type of out of the way gesture and come and play games on the winner's choice of system.
I am fine with that.
So, if I win, you pick me up a 6-pack of Revolver Blood and Honey. You come over and we play some shit, and we drink the 6-pack.
Okay.
That way, there's a winner, but
We're all winners.
dude, you really had to go ahead and throw that shit out.
I
All right,
did,
you're
I'm an
fired.
That's cool. I'm game for that. Yeah, and mine will just be a 6-pack of Hop Trap by Lakewood. I'll keep it simple.
I'm sorry. Yours will be a 6-pack of what?
Hop Trap by Lakewood Brewing.
I'm gonna have to bring something else.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, hey, you know what? I'll leave it open. Bring it over. Whatever. Bring Bring whatever you want over, man. I'll drink.
See,
Surprise me.
you're under the misconception that you're going to win. That's not how this is going to play
Well, no,
out,
because
my
here's
friend.
what I want to do. It would be cool. I like the whole you come over to that other person's place and play the game. But I think instead of you telling me what beer to bring you, how about we each just bring a 6-pack of what we would want the other one to try, and not go cheap and hey, have some
O'Doul's!
old Milwaukee. Here you go.
Oh,
Nah,
yeah.
we bring over
Okay,
some
okay.
it's a craft, whatever.
I'll agree with you, but it is fair to take into consideration what the winner, i.e. me, likes as far
Sure,
as
I know you
beer.
like your revolver, and that's fine. I'll keep
Yeah,
that in mind.
that's a Heffy. I like my Belgians.
I might
I
even
like
be
my
nice and
stouts.
get a craft and growler of revolver blood and honey, because they
I
have
think
it
I
on
might
tap there,
kiss
I
you
think.
before I force you to play some of my games.
There you go. You guys have to go down. Okay, rather than a 6-pack, you guys have to go down. We have to make a trip as a group down to Craft and Growler, and the loser has to buy the winner a 64-ounce growler of their choosing.
Whoa. How much is
Yeah,
that?
exactly, dude. I don't.
Varies on the cost.
Dude, you're talking
You can get-
64 ounce, John. Tell him how much the bottle is alone.
Well, you guys can use my bottle.
Oh,
That's
okay.
fine.
No. What's the cost?
Oh, like $5,
Give me
$6
the
bucks.
number.
It could be up to 20.
No, not. Well,
No.
I'm not gonna go that.
Fuck
We'll have a price.
that
No.
noise. Okay.
We'll just
Because
settle with
if
what
I
we
win
got.
the most, if Scott wins and it is up to me to pick what beer, it will probably Golden Rock will be probably what I
Oh,
bring to you because I don't
okay.
think you've had that yet.
No, I
have
have
you?
not.
No,
Okay,
he
so
has
that would
not.
probably be the thing that I bring to you. A 4-pack of that is 15. That's my fucking limit.
That's fine.
There you go.
That's fine. I'm fine with that. I wasn't really going for how much we're spending on it each, but it was more just the humility of making the other person play on another. Do we have a time limit? Like, do I only have to play it for like an hour or something, or just until we drink the beer?
No, I figure it would be like shit,
I'm just
what's the-
joking. It'd probably be a couple
also-
hours at
Oh,
least.
so you don't want to get your hands sullied by the most beautiful controller this next coming
Hey, man.
generation.
That Kinect could do something to my brain and make me have to go out and buy the next day and just brainwash me, and that's how they're
You
gonna
know
run
what?
the world, man. Just
I'm
like the
not
box
gonna
in
lie.
Batman Forever.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually gonna be one of these people that makes a little cardboard
So they can't
cutout
see shit.
that blocks the cameras.
They'll still hear
I'll
me.
probably end up using the vocal stuff because some of that stuff is pretty fucking cool. I got to try that out, but I'll probably end up because I got way too many conspiracy theorists in my life to not cover that shit up. So
It'll still hear
I'm
me
gonna
though.
cover that up. I'll use the microphone,
Broadcasting.
but then when I'm broadcasting,
Broadcasting.
fuck. When I'm broadcasting over Twitch, I will actually pull that back and allow the world to see this most handsome and beautiful visage while they watch me play Call of Duty Ghosts and tell people how much I enjoyed fornicating with their mother.
I think that's a great note
To end
to
on.
end this
Yeah.
mini
Just
podcast.
57 minutes.
Mini.
Yeah,
my
well, this
ass.
one, I got to apologize to the listeners. This one's probably going to be kind of rough.
Yeah,
it's
we're just gonna
be
throw it up.
rushed. It's going to be something that probably goes up before 3 actually comes out. So some of this might not make any sense at all.
Yeah.
So we're going to get this out there as quick as possible, just so that everybody has a chance to listen to it, to know what kind of wagers are between me and Scott, and what's going on. And we want to get your feedback. So of course, there will be a comment section below, especially when we share it in our Facebook group. So we want you to go ahead and put your input in. If you have any guesses, bets, anything along those lines as to what you want to say, what the scores are going to be, they have to be submitted prior to the actual launch of the system, which would be this coming Friday, November 22nd. You are not entitled to the beer or the coming to my house to play my video games because I'm going to win. You can reach out to me separately and ask if you could buy me beer and come over to my house and play my video game system. That'll be fine. But we do want everybody's input on this one, so everybody feel free to state your mind.
Jesus Christ, this Galactica with an 8% IPA. No wonder I'm talking like a shithead.
Dude, I put an 8 on top of a 7. Shut your
No,
mouth.
I drank before this, man. I had a cold.
I did too.
So sad.
All right. Well, anyways, to end this podcast, yeah, just give us your feedback and everything like that. And we'll probably get this up. I got nothing to do tomorrow. I'm off this week, so I'm gonna have all the guys send me their audio files, and I'm just gonna fuck around with it. So take it easy, and thanks for listening.
Later, and keep in mind, Ian's going to win. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey everyone, we just wanted to let you know that as a group this year, we are going to be participating in a charity event called Extra Life. This is a gaming community event where we'll be raising funds for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Head on over to our site, find out more. We would love any support you could offer. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Super Barley Brothers podcast. Find us on WordPress, Gmail, Google+, YouTube, and Podbean using Super Barley Bros. On iTunes using Super Barley Brothers. Join the conversation on Facebook.com/groups/Super Barley Bros.
My name is Ian. I am at Dean75002 at Twitter.
Hi, this is Jerry. Twitter, JD_Chef.
John. You can reach me on Twitter, Phoenix42.
Hi, I'm Scott, and you can reach me on Twitter, Flip42FL1P42. Please go check out our friend's site, freaksandgeeks.com, to find out the latest on comics, anime, sci-fi, conventions, cosplay, and more.
Stay freaky geeky, my friends.
Like the music? Check out Eric on his YouTube channel, 331 Era.
See y'all in a couple of weeks.
Thanks for playing.